movie called River, which is the actress name called Evangeline. This movie all came about when I realized my reason of existence, my assignment on the earth, because we all have a reason of being here. But before you get to know it, you got to build up your relationship with God, because it is through God that you get to know your reason of you being on the earth. And so to build up this relationship, when I lost my dad in the war, and secondly, my mom got killed in a car accident in Ghana. So I needed to make a check mark because I had nobody else behind me. So I needed to build up that relationship with God. And so in that process, when I built up that relationship, the first assignment I had to do was to go out to 150 schools in Maserado and go to talk to them. I started to do counseling. Because most of the young people, we really don't know who we are, the reason of our existence. So this is how most of us go astray. So I did that counseling in 150 schools. And then I was also led, through the grace of God, to go to the ERU and PSU, the police department, the one that carried firearm. And in that process, it was when God began to give me this vision. I didn't even know that I had talent in me. That was how God breathed up a movie called River. I didn't even have no idea about doing a movie, but the Holy Spirit helped me. And that was how I was able to get the movie called River. And we did the movie in Crusoeville. I want to be grateful to the Crusoeville and who was able to give us the place for news. And so after the movie, because like most people have forgotten about our history, where we really came from, the costume, how we were disciplined, the kind of lifestyle of our ancestors. So the Lord gave me that inspiration to bring it back to remembrance, because if you compare those days to this day, it's far way different. So we did a movie, and in the process of that, I had a serious situation where I lost my daughter, my 16-year-old daughter, called Kimberline, a 10th grade student of the St. Teresa Convent Catholic School. And it wasn't an easy thing for me, but I want to be grateful to God, because if I didn't have a relationship with God, I don't know what I would have been alive today. Because I even lost my memory in that stage. That was the only child that I had. My father traveled to the US, and it wasn't an easy thing. But in that stage again, the Lord began to give me another idea, because every storm that comes your way, God is about to open another page, because He's not going to live in that past. I needed to come out of that past, because I saw myself dying. I saw myself going slowly. I had no reason to live. But then God told me, He said, Israel, Kimberline is there, but Kimberline is not in help. Because the way in which we bring out our children, we have to give an account tomorrow. So that child knew how to pray. She had a relationship with God. Because most of us as parents, we don't show our children the path. So our children don't have that relationship with God, because we parents, we don't have a relationship with God. So He said, Kimberline is there, but Kimberline is not in here. We're not going to live inside. You got to move on. So like, God, what's the next step? He said, now, you have to go and rescue my sons and daughters. Who are these sons and daughters? He said, the children living in the ghetto are your responsibility. Like, and knowing the guys living in the ghetto have this grown to, people don't want to be battled with them. They become what? People has all kinds of need for them. And so they're being rejected by society. And knowing yourself to go and interact with these kind of people is not an easy thing. So I was like, God, how am I going to start? And He said, you got money. I said, where's the money? He said, the money from your movie. This is my movie. He said, the money from your movie, you're going to empty your account and start cooking for them. So I was like, God, no, this one is your own project. The movie I did is my own project. So if you want me to go to these guys, you have to provide the fundings. So that was how I took the step. I went to a few young people, were about 38 young volunteers. And I said, this is what God telling me to do. Can you join me? The way in which you live, people either respect you or they disrespect you. But you know, my character and my lifestyle, that was how the young people came and joined me. And so we started to do the ghetto outreach. The first thing we did when we mapped the ghetto, we were able to cover all 75 major ghettos in Maserado. So every Sunday we prepare like 4 bags of rice through the grace of God, and we take it to our brothers and sisters to have a meal. Then on Monday we invite them for counseling and ending meeting. And so when they come for that counseling and ending meeting, if that man will take it upon himself to leave from way looking down ghetto to look for Dwada ghetto, to come to us, you know that man really want to change, but he need our support. So we put our arms around him after the counseling and all of that. Then we start all with a little $10 room, little $5 room in our little capacity, because I can do more than what I am doing through the grace of God, or else I'm going to wear myself down soon. So we were able through the grace of God to have 35 persons transformed. Matthew Myers. Matthew, yes. This is one of my sons. Can you please come? This is one of my son, Matthew. He went in the ghetto at the age of 10 years old. And through the grace of God, the Lord was able to touch his life. We didn't have the power to change him. We didn't have the power to transform him. And so just imagine this child at the age of 10 years old. If we're not going to take our responsibility, obeying the voice of God to go out there, because most people don't want to give without not receiving. So it's so interesting that when you give and don't expect to receive, that's the most important thing we have ever done under the sun. And if we call ourselves Christian, this is the road of Jesus. So we're able to start him or rent a room for him. And in the process of renting this room here, we started out with a $10 room. And through the grace of God, we were able to connect Matthew to a private security. And through the grace of God, we got 35 persons, including a female. So you'll be able to just say a little bit about how God rescued him from the ghetto.
Okay, Brother Matthew, can you say something to what since Evelyn has just explained? Can you tell a little story about yourself? How you came in contact with her?
Yes, I'm standing before you. I'm Matthew Myers again. I want to be thankful to God for His goodness and His mercy that's upon my life, and I want to stand again to say thank God first, and second, which is my mom that is still inside me, Mrs. Isreal King, for her good support and the concern she showed as Liberian. Yeah. So at the age of 10 years old, I can remember at that time I found myself in the street. When 1992 years when I found myself in the street. I sleep in the market kitchen. I wash dishes for people. Wash that dishes, they were to find food for me to eat at that time. But then going on again, the friend that I went and brought up with in the market kitchen, washing dishes together, mind changed my mind again by going out, taking things from people, making me to smoke grass. I started with grass from there. After the grass now, they were there to support me in a habit. And then later, they take me back to the talent wear and the coke. When I get in the system, I begin to be more risky, as we can see in our own saying, to see how best to earn my living, to come and support this habit. And at that time, it was somehow bad for me. And sometimes I go out, hijack people, go to room, community from community to community. I found myself there, see how best to get money, to see how best to kind of support my job habit, like going in, people house, breaking the house, taking things from there, coming to sell, just to support my habit. And then I started that, carry on for long. All got to 2016 when I get in connection with my mother, Isreal King. At the time, I was spending my time under the education building. Yeah, ministry education, when I used to lay down there, and then in the morning time, while I would put my head in the bag, put my phone in the bag to see me getting my rest. But at that time, to even get a good close to where you see coming today, you were not even there. I in short trousers, so now the trouser is not clean on me, the trouser is tearing, tune up, my shirt are on me, I ain't take back, but I hear that sound, we not stop her, and then I was able to get on the bus and go for the service. And when we go for the service, it's not only for service, but after the service, she will call us, we will go at the back, at our overflow side, and then to counsel us, talk to us. After the preaching, she will counsel us and then able to give a meal. And then she will set our appointment about our what? Counseling time by what? 4:30 in the evening. Yeah, after Sunday service. And then if by all you willing and you know that you fell up, you want to change. So we start making our way in, and for me, my other friends, encouraging them, we'll move from way in town, as I tell you, from way different. Find our way there. So now West Point, or we'll find our way to go there Monday in the evening time. So now we walk, so now even we pay people to pour in car, we go. When we go, coming back, should pay our way. When we go through that counseling, we did it for almost a month. But then the seriousness was there. She said, I will talk to you, but you're sending to make up your mind. And in that process, we were willing. But it was just to see somebody to come and budge us with us, how best we can find ourselves out. And through the grace of God, she been our own supporter, she been our own help as mother and father to us at the time she talked to us. And then she finally see the reason in it. We say, but Oma, even coming for the counseling, you know the drugs we've been taking and the drugs we still taking at the time. It got certain thing we call a doom. Because when I join is in you, even all the good things you will come to tell me today, I will hear it right in front, but at the time I leave your side, my mind will still be wild. Move to go back again to see myself there. And at the time I was spending all my time in the ghetto, When I come from to the council, I will go back again in the same ghetto. But still, God was there with me. And at that, she was able to work. Carry all through the antibiotic process. That we went through the antibiotic process. And she said, but then say you go through the antibiotic process. I didn't think you will still be going back again to the ghetto. So through the grace of God, she was able to work. Help all with a room, that 4 person in a room, at least to start from that area, to start sleeping there, from there to the church. And then every time she talked to us, found meals for us to eat. And then through the grace of God, she was able to work, connect us to Ali a private security job. That today I found myself that I can't among the living, and I see myself I'm somebody in society that today I can stand with people. She made me to talk with minister. She made me to talk with even defense minister. She made me to talk with what? Minister from youth and sport that I haven't talked to him before one-on-one. Even Mr. Barker that she's talking about, I talked with the high court, the former vice president before. I talked to him anytime. Yeah, I can talk to people. So I just want to be thankful to God, and I ask God that God will be able to favor her, God will be able to connect her with international. That Liberian people that hear me, even outside Liberia and in Liberia, other Liberia, let it be a support to Sis Isreal King, that they will see her best. This thing that is happening to we Liberian children, that we will see her best to fight it out. Thank you all.
Yeah, before I take leave of you and get back to Mrs. King, the Bible says there is a time and season for everything under the sun.
Yeah.
And this connection is divine.
Yeah.
It is God's plan
Yes.
to transform you through her.
Yes.
There are many young people like you out there still who may be going through the process or have not even entered the process and still don't want to be serious about it.
Yeah.
What message do you have for them in just a short?
Yes. My message for them that they need to make up their mind. In everything, you need what support. And when the support come to you, you don't need to take it for joke. Because what? Sometimes your blessing can only come one time. You may struggle, but when God find a means for you to be blessed, take it serious and be focused with it. You can talk to me as father, but when I'm not willing to accept the message, I will not hold it. So my advice to my friend here, let it be what? Focus, and let that man be willing. They were not born with drugs. Myself that I was not born with it. But let that man be willing that even today, tomorrow, that when they see our mother able to go back to that direction as she told that direction, let it take it serious, and let us set our example and our testimony to them, that it will be grieving to see them be more than, or not to be like me, but to be more than me. So that's my advice.
Thank you so much, son. Let's get back to Mrs. King. Mrs. King, you have said it all, and the young man have buttressed what he said. But I feel so passionate about what you are doing, and there may be people that are viewing this film that feel passionate about what you are doing as well. I know there's a challenging time, and all that you are doing requires, funding. Do you have plans to talk with some philanthropic organizations, religious institutions in support of what you are doing?
Yeah, we are writing so many letters. They are reached a stage now. I say, if God is not going to do it, let it be. Because this is not about Israel. This is about the youthful population. If we're talking about future generation tomorrow, and 90% of the young people, they are going down into the tree with drugs. There's no way you can deny it. Every community has a ghetto. You understand? And so we're calling on the churches and even all other institutions to come in to help. Like now you see, I have to put my movie on my back. I have to go from offices to offices. Even the liquid soap that I try to produce, I will go from offices to sell it, just to be able to support these brothers and sisters to get it out. Like a lot of them want to change, a lot of them want to be transformed, but they can't stay in the ghetto and be transformed. This is not the murder of the mind to do it or other than that. Like you are talking about the antibiotic, we have to end up taking when they come again. After the counseling, we have to take them so they clean it. The cleaner have to do what they detox and all of that and flush the drugs out of the system. We have to go back to the clinic again and pay money to the hospitals. So everything that we do, we spend money. So even I think 2 days ago, I was at the former VP house on the Josiah Yuma Bwaka, who have been one of our strong supporters. And when I go there, I was like, a year today again, you say what happened? I said, I need rest for my children. So you see, that's how it been run. The Minister of Youth and Sport were able to bless us with our office space. We're trying to furnish it. Things are ready being taught. And they promise to even help these children to get some of them to MVDC and PTOTC. The Ministry of Health also helped us too. We were able to do a training, a vocational training a workshop with Colombo Plan, and I have full certificate, and I want to say thank you again to help ministry. But we need all of that. We need more. The Liberty Church was able to bless us with 2 acres of land. And so you see the passion, you see the heart. Like you go to our page, the Kimberline Youth for Jesus Christ Foundation, you just step on Facebook, Kimberline Youth for Jesus Christ Foundation. You will see all the different videos. You see how the guys are living like a slave. They live like animals. You understand? People live in a graveyard. How can they be living with the dead? Women will stay in a graveyard, get breath. Right in the graveyard, they bust the grave, put the bones and things out. They go in that place to stay. But it's so sympathetic. You know, it's rather a serious issue. It's not just imagine. I'm only dealing with some of the 5 major ghetto in Montserrat. We got close to 1,000 plus ghetto in Montserrat. So let's look at the various counties. Like sometimes when I go on ECOWAS radio, people coming from Maryland, they come from Sando, Grange. This is a whole issue that need to be seriously attacked. Or else you don't know who next child going in the ghetto tomorrow. It could be you, it could be somebody else's child. So when you see the guys don't make it out of market, they are sick. Addiction is a chronic brain disease. And somebody have to think on behalf of you. You know you are sick. It's serious. Even the president came to the organization before, and even the first lady have come to this organization. And we've been talking with the vice president, Honorable Joa Howard Taylor. We still looking to order them to help in one way or another as a contribution. And so the 17th district too, because the work we have done for the past 3 years, the 17th district went and organized himself and came to petition me for the senatorial election, which are already going by election for 2019. But you know, Montserrat is not West Point Broad Street. Montserrat is the 17th district. So we needed to go back to the 17th district to meet all the needs, because we need to help the young people. We need vocational training. We need like the guys on the motorbike. The guys not going to ride motorbike for the rest of their life. We need to help the young people. Look at the old folks. You pass to the supermarket now, you see the old folks sitting in the sun, begging for little or nothing. We need our old folks home. We need to empower the young people. So when the 17th district, the young people came and the other people joined him to petition me. I was like, I don't think I can, go for this post, which is, it's a big post, but through the grace of God, I know we can succeed. But I have to take that bold step for 2020 for the sake of the young people. We got to stand up. We got to speak on behalf of them. We got to open corridors. And the Kimberline Youth for Jesus Christ Foundation, we want to engage into agricultural aspect, because the guys that are transformed now, they need to establish their own life. Like you see, Mafi that was talking here, Mafi has a child now. I got a grandchild. Yeah, he has a fiancé. But you know, there's nobody who want to look at Mafi to even know. So we'll be thinking about his wedding for next year. So we got a lot of things to do, but my hands are tied. And I can do more than what I can do. So the other time they decided to say, Sis Israel, since you are using the quarters to help us, we want to give you the chapia to do more. We want to give you to do more. So this was how I accepted the petition. And in the month of May, I was petitioned for the senatorial election, and hopefully 2020 will be going into the race for the sake of the young people and our old folks, and also the women and children. You go to the different areas. The other time I went to a particular community, I don't want to call names. At night, the whole place is a prostitution camp, the market ground. How will women be selling themselves for $20 LD? Yeah, if the children has a vocational training school, they will know the important. You understand? So who will stand up for them? Who will speak on behalf of them? Who will be able to change their society? We need somebody to stand up. And I know through the grace of God, we will succeed in Jesus' mighty name.
Okay, Mrs. King, as I take leave of you, what could be your parting statement to those that are viewing this tape?
Well, this is a serious issue. The drugs are entered into the schools. The drugs are also entered into our homes. I want to take this time to call on the government, Mr. President. I want to take this time to call upon you. The young people voted for you for some reason. There was a reason. They knew that you could stand up for them. They knew that you could speak on behalf of them. They knew that you could defend them in such a time that nobody couldn't speak on behalf of them. We need a non-bailable drugs law in Liberia. You're not going to be wasting water on dog barks. How the guys ain't getting the drugs? How the drugs coming in the school? How the drugs getting in our home? How the drugs entering into every community? We need a non-bailable drugs law. And when we stop that, at least there will be the drugs will reduce. Because nobody will want to go in jail for the rest of their life for selling drugs and all of that. It will reduce. So that's the first thing we need to target. Our brothers and sisters are dying every day. Most especially the rainy season is not an easy thing. So the government of Liberia have to stand up on behalf of all citizens. This is why the people elected you. The people elected you to stand to speak on behalf of them when they couldn't speak. So thank you so much again, and God bless you.